In the season of The Chosen, we learned of a group of Cabal scions who had turned against Empress Caiatl and tried to assassinate Commander Zavala twice. In the new exotic quest and mission Vox Obscura, we tracked down a new scion leader and learned who is behind the secret group, a mysterious character who is defected to the dark side. Back in season of The Chosen, we learned of the Scion Conclave working against Empress Caiatl. This was the same group who wanted to assassinate Zavala. They first began working together with Ixal the Far-Reaching, tinkering with Vex prediction engines. This would give the Scions a peek into the future, one where the commander could be assassinated. With this knowledge, the group would steal light-suppressing technology like seen during the Red War on the Traveler. We know that ghosts can be destroyed, but you kinda need special weapons and tech to make it happen. In some new lore, Shaw says this to some new lights. Ghosts are tough to kill, both ours and theirs. It takes overwhelming firepower or a special kind of weapon, something outside the laws of cause and effect, something paracausal. The Scions would try multiple times to take out the commander, once in the garden which was thwarted by Crow, and then again after the ceremony. In the end, Caiatl said she did not make these orders and the two Scions were then killed by her.
I didn't order this. Bring me the one who pulled the trigger. They'll know who did. But two of our soldiers chose to pursue their own victory, their own glory, before the glory of the Empire. Only one of these soldiers stands before me now. The Scion Valir faced his death with honor, but his accomplice, the Scion Kalek, chose to run, to hide. Kalek is a stain on our history, a traitor. I revoke the name Kalek, for a coward has no name under the Empire. These traitors did not work alone. I will find the others, and they will meet this same fate. We are one Cabal, and we strike as one fist.
Now, this situation brought up many questions. Why would this group of Scions do this? Were they working for someone else? We know that other members of the group still lived, and as it turns out, they could be under the command of none other than Emperor Calus, Caiatl's father. In the Vox Obscura mission, we are sent in to track a group of Scions to retrieve important communications before it's destroyed. Caiatl tells us that the once loyal Scions were defecting to someplace else, following someone else.
Empress Caiatl's forces are being targeted by psionic propaganda. This could indicate an alliance between the Black Fleet and a group of Scion rebels.
I cannot be seen deploying my forces here. Instead, I must rely on my new Vanguard allies.
This operation is in both our best interests.
I have a pleasant surprise for you. Something that I'm sure will make an impact.
Find out who's behind those transmissions. Shut them down.
During gameplay, we fight through Destiny 1's version of Mars as the base is under the threat of an orbital strike. Whoever is behind all of this would rather destroy the evidence than have their people survive.
Orbital bombardment incoming. Make haste.
Whoever's behind this operation is willing to sacrifice their base to destroy the evidence.
In my legions, those inside would do it themselves.
In the boss room, we find Quabix Insurgent. Probably said that wrong, but it's a Scion in charge of all of these broadcasts. And once destroyed, Caiatl hooks herself up to experience these visions from the Scion and learns what this communication relayed.
These broadcasts are not comprised of words, but images, feelings, and impressions. My optices will show me their contents through a telepathic link, similar to the Mindscape. I see. the silhouette of a scion. They stand at the head of a full Cabal legion. Above them hovers a black pyramid, and behind them stands a towering statue of gold. A statue of my father, Calus. His arms outstretched, hand open, beckoning. I can hear his voice. It calls to me, promising refuge, promising salvation. The broadcast and orbital strike have been disabled. You have my gratitude, Guardian.
But look, those chests are from the Leviathan. Gifts from Calus. Is he funding this operation?
I'd hoped that my father would live out his days quietly, in exile. But even now, he's an embarrassment to me, and the Cabal.
We'll continue ops in this location to learn more. Meanwhile, the Vanguard will locate the Leviathan and your father.
When you do, I'll see to him myself.
So Caiatl sees a Cabal army standing near a giant golden statue of Emperor Calus, and behind it, a pyramid ship. This fits with what we've seen over various seasons, Emperor Calus wanting to speak to the witness and become a god himself, Calus possibly even becoming a disciple, and maybe this pyramid in the vision is now his. Zavala says the Vanguard will locate the Leviathan, and think about that for a second. It would be pretty cool to have a new Calus-themed raid or dungeon on a pyramid ship. Or what if the Leviathan somehow merged with this pyramid ship and parts of it and places we've come to know are corrupted and broken? That'd be pretty cool. It's also worth noting that each week the end dialogue for this mission can change, and you can hear different predictions from the past, the present, and the future. One of these discusses the city in ruins and Aramis's return, which we may talk about in another video.
Calus spent many resources rebuilding here, but he would sacrifice it all to keep his collaborators secret.
The Black Fleet already has the advantage. We're playing catch-up.
If they can convince my scions to defect en masse, their ability to wage psychic war will be unmatched. So these are Calus's followers, betrayers and propagandists for the Black Fleet.
Take them out, Guardian.
This latest message depicts a scene of violence. I see myself. It's the failed attempt on Commander Zavala's life. Through the assassin's eyes, the memory of his death. He rushes at Commander Zavala, and I feel his surprise when your crow steps in his way. He is helpless as I lift him up. Oh, how he fears me. I throw him down. His spine snaps. His organs rupture. Panic and confusion as his life drains away. The last thing he sees is Commander Zavala and me, standing above him, together. Only one scion left alive would have such intimate knowledge of this. The traitor Yirix.
Excellent work, Guardian. Your operation gave us a glimpse of our true enemy.
The latest broadcast betrays its source. This is the work of the rebel Yirix and her enclave. They were behind the attempted assassination of Commander Zavala. She also possesses light-dampening technology, based on intelligence stolen from your weapon foundries.
If that's the case, then her alliance with Calus and the Black Fleet was inevitable.
In a new lore, Saladin speaks to a Cabal leader about Calus. Saladin takes a few steps toward Orok, jutting the datapad forward. "You have no one to blame for these security holes but yourself," he asserts. "This Scion Yirix, they were under your command. The assassin who tried to kill Zavala at the armistice signing was their direct subordinate." Orok slowly turns, the rambling rising in his chest. He looms over Saladin, more than twice his height. Are you accusing me of something, Ambassador? The title is delivered like an epithet. Only of gross incompetence, Saladin reports without moving an inch in the face of the Valus's posturing. If the Empress believed you were a traitor, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Saladin's eyes narrow. Laughter rises from Orok, followed by a dismissive wave of one huge hand. Go then, return to your vanguard and tell them of my folly. But know this, if what you have uncovered is true, and Yurik serves a separatist movement within the Empire, the Valus snorts, then there is more at stake than you realize. Saladin's head tilts to the side as he reads Orok's expression. In what way? There is only one person the Scions would swear to if not the Empress, Valus Orok explains. And if they are involved, it could drive her to recklessness. Name them, Saladin insists. Something to save your honor for this failure. Valus Orok turns to face the window again in the dark of space. Who else could have such an impact on both the Empress and her empire? Orok's voice lowers to a whisper. Her father. So the Valus tells Lord Saladin about this separatist movement inside the Empire, that there is only one other person the Scions would swear to, and that is Emperor Calus. So why would they do this? We know that Empress Caiatl was going to free the Scions from their slavery to the Cabal, but like seen in past Cabal lore, some of these Scions wanted to stay enslaved to keep some of their powers. Back when Emperor Calus was the leader of the Cabal, there was a Scion that was on his side. He wanted to keep them enslaved even though he was in a leadership position because she wanted to remain in power. In the robes of the Emperor's minister, we also hear this. I think it is only fair to warn you. to reincorporate the Red Legion. I am their rightful emperor, and I shall offer them forgiveness. All they must do is repent and submit to their re-education. I feel like it's only fair to make you the same offer. How does Primus of the Red Legion sound? Anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. Some lore behind what the heck was going on in the Vox Obscura mission, and some more info about Emperor Calus and his turn over to the dark side. If you'd like to see some more Destiny lore and mysteries just like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching. My name's Evade, and I'll catch you Guardians in the next one.